Hey everyone, this is the Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog. I know my glasses are reflecting, that's the thing. Now, I'm providing you guys with another video. This time I'm going to talk about for me personally, one of the most underrated games of 2012, actually one of the most underrated games of all time. One of them, there's a big list out there. So, this game, I'm not going to say what it is. Well, actually the title kind of says it, so it's going to be Spec Ops The Line. This is available for PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. This game, literally, I had expectations for it as a generic shooter with a potentially interesting story. And so recently I rented it off GameFly and for the Xbox and decided to play it. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. And then after I'm like, oh my god, I feel such a dick right now. But I picked up the version for the PS3 because I want the trophies, so I'll raise up my level. But overall, this is one of the most underrated games of 2012. I'm sad that I never picked up this game sooner, but again, this is such a great game. And then you're gonna ask me, why is it a good game? Didn't have generic gameplay elements and crappy multiplayer? Yeah, pretty much. But do note, do not judge this game for purely gameplay alone, because gameplay alone will only get this game has good to generic gameplay to get because it's a video game, but the story, this is the meat of the game, is the story. This is such a great story for this game, and it's a really dark one too. For me, it's you can go in with your expectation, but keep an open mind, because what it did with my expectation, it busted down the door, threw it out the window, broke through the glass, and proceeded to hit the ground. But when it hit the ground, it just still went through the ground. Like, this game just blew me away. The story of it, the voice acting for the characters, some of them that you will recognize, like of course Nolan North playing as the main character Walker. He does a fantastic job for his voice acting career in this game. And then the other voice actors who took part in this game are really good because they help flesh out the story of it. It is a very unique game. It is actually based on a book like Apocalypse Now was based on the same book called Heart of Darkness, which actually talks some pretty from the reviews that I saw. It talked, there was a lot of more things in that book that it talked about, which I'm actually planning to pick up because it looked like an interesting read. But again, this is a great game. Like, the graphics of the game look great, helps build the atmosphere, the soundtrack, which is really awesome. It just helps, again, the moments. But the voice acting, the story, everything just fell into place. Again, you have to get rid of the generic gameplay mode out of your mind. Don't even say, oh, I don't care. I don't care about this game because the multiplayer is very lacking and there's not a community behind it. Yes, it is lacking and there's not a community behind it because it was literally a last-ditch effort to tack something on, but it didn't need it. Like, remember when the first Uncharted game came out? Everyone's saying, where's the multiplayer? Where's the multiplayer? But when they started to play it, it never needed a multiplayer. It was a great game on its own. It does have co-op DLC that you can download. Co-op is always nice. Play with a friend. But overall, this is definitely a game to get. If you hadn't played this game before, play it. But I have to note that this is not for everyone. If you strictly go in to play a game because of gameplay elements and no story, you're not going to like this game. You have to have a somewhat of a mature thinking mindset of an open mind to take everything in, because this game goes through a lot of moral choices and a lot of that you have to make, and you're kind of feel like a dick after. I'm not going to spoil anything. It is best to be experienced on your own. Again, I try to resist going onto YouTube to watch the gameplay footage, just to see what the story is about. Just experience it. This is a great game to own. It is one of the most underrated games ever, and then of 2012, and in the history of gaming, it's one of them. So I highly recommend it. I'm sure you guys would like it if you give it a chance. So that's my 2 cents now. So this is Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog, signing out. So remember, stay geeky, my friends.